let's see what made the weekly cut. New knives of the week from SMKW. Let's light it up. All right. So, hey, Isaac.
Did you
what?
survive our trip?
I did. Now, I will say that I got eat up with chiggers.
Is that what it was that got you?
Yeah, it was chiggers. It absolutely was.
Shorts through the woods didn't.
Yeah, that was a bad idea. Well, it wasn't really. So it wasn't really necessarily the shorts that got me. I didn't use any kind of bug spray, and everybody else did. And that's how I figured out that's what it was that everyone else there used bug spray, and I was the only one that didn't. I was going to tough it out, and I was going to suck it up, and it did not work out well.
Oh, I used half the can. I sprayed my shoes, my socks, my pants, everything that any little critter could crawl up.
2 years from now, preview. Isaac gets a cancer diagnosis. So, wow.
If you or a loved one have been affected by mesothelioma.
Mesothelioma. And DEET in off bug spray. No, it was a great trip. We had an absolute blast, and I think you're going to pick up a replacement for your
ferro
rod on your Leatherman Signal.
Yeah.
But we had a great time, and we got to demonstrate some really cool stuff. And that was a lot of fun. Also, getting to take part in those activities and actually getting to practice doing that kind of stuff is something that's really good for me as far as preparedness.
Yeah,
that's what I try to.
I think what we'll do is we'll have another another podcast series coming up that we're going to finish talking about is social media hate.
Yep.
Knives, and then I think it'd be a good podcast to talk about our camping trip as well.
Yeah.
Go further in detail with some of the products we use.
Yep, absolutely. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, this one's not necessarily a new knife. It's kind of a restock, but we wanted to show you that we've got some more hinderers in, including this one. Now, this one actually we haven't had online just yet. We had the black coated version, but not the stonewash version like this. So this is the Hinderer Ranch Bowie. And this one in particular is the stonewash CPM 3V blade with the burgundy micarta handles right there. And it comes with the beautiful red leather sheath. That thing is absolutely gorgeous right there. And these are coming in at $390, which, I mean, for that big of a blade from Hinderer and for that beautiful of a sheath, I mean, that's not a terrible deal.
The sheath is really nice.
And it's molded too. Like you can see right there how it's molded around the handle. Just a really well-made product. Love everything that Hinderer does. I mean, they make a really good product right there. So really like that one. And then kind of wanted to switch it up with the next knife up and go with something very affordable. And this one again is another restock. We just haven't seen this one in a really long time. And that's gonna be the BOKER Plus Brown Bone Barlow right there. And so you kind of noticed this one right off the bat. You were like, oh, that's a nice looking little Barlow. And I'm opening it weird because I don't have a thumbnail on this thumb that I usually open slip joints with. So it's kind of screwing with me there. But
I thought I saw some fingernails in the floor earlier when we were looking for that screw.
Yep. I chew them off. I do. I'm not gonna lie. So brown bone Barlow folding knife right there, and this one's coming in at $36.95. 440C on the blade steel. What do you think about that one? I know you noticed it right off the bat and you really liked it.
I like it that it's clean. I'm not a fan when I don't like any kind of etching or marking on the bolster.
Right.
I think it takes away from the Barlow. That's just my opinion. I like a very clean look. This looks so clean. This is something that I would definitely pick up for my style to carry. Doesn't necessarily mean it's somebody else's style, but that's why I picked it up when I saw it. I was like, that looks just like something I would carry, something I would collect. Got a clean shield, got clean handles, and most importantly, a clean bolster. That's one thing I like the most.
Yeah.
So I love it. And at the price, you're getting a good BOKER.
Yeah.
And BOKER's been around. You ask any old head out there, they know a few brands. They know BOKER.
Yep.
They know Case.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. I dig it. And good blade centering right there. So really good fit and finish for something that's very inexpensive and a good quality. Next up is probably the most outrageous knife that we've got here, and this was another one that you kind of noticed right off the bat.
Oh, you can't not notice it.
Right. So this is a Curtis Customs, and this is the F3 Compact Frame Lock right there. And this one's in Magna Cut, and this is the Sponto. So that's kind of their version of a Tonto right there. And of course you'll notice again, and we've talked about this with the proprietary pivot right there. You need a special tool for that. And hey, guess what?
We have it? Oh, you found it this time.
I found it. I found it. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. Hang on.
Here we go again. Oh, you're back already.
I actually have it. So it actually takes a proprietary tool here that actually fits down into the holes right there, and you can use that end. And then you've also got your T6 right there on the back end that you can use for your regular T6 or T8. So it's magnetized right there. So that is the proprietary tool. We've got a couple of them here at Smoky Mountain Knife Works so that we can do any kind of repairs that we need to do, or take those apart if we need to do any tuning on those. So yeah, I really like the pocket clip. I like the color on this. I think it's really cool. I think it's
I'm not
vibrant.
really seeing an anno done like that.
Yeah, I don't know exactly. I mean,
at least I've never seen that color combo, and it's
so this is
cool.
This is titanium, and I mean, Dylan would actually know a little bit more about this than I would.
Come here, Dylan. Come here. Tell us how much
here.
work's been put into this.
Come here. So this is pretty unique. So this is titanium anodized.
Sure is.
And like that takes a little bit of work. How would you necessarily go about doing that? That's got to be kind of difficult, right? To do the jigging like that?
Absolutely. You'd have to slowly pull that out.
Right.
And someone like me that shakes, it ain't gonna happen.
So I mean, it's tricky, and it's a neat little anode job, and I don't think I've seen one quite like that. That's fairly unique. So yeah.
Science.
So what you're saying is there's a lot of work that went into that.
Yeah. So absolutely dig that one. What do you think about that one?
Yeah, it's nice, feels good in the hand, got great action. It gives you a little bit of a Medford feel.
Yeah.
Especially on the blade. And this
overbuilt, like really thick, really sturdy.
And it has like this perception of like, I'm mean, but I'm not. Like,
yeah.
It's kind of like, it's got a little friendly.
Nasty nice.
Nasty nice. It's a nasty nice knife.
Just made that up. I don't know. I figured that's where we were going with that.
No, I like it a lot. I wish I had deeper pockets for it.
Right. Yeah, price not for the faint of heart, $5.95, but we're talking about basically a mid-tech custom knife that.
If you're a collector out there with that kind of stuff, grab it.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
there's
the only
that's
one
the
that
only one
we
I got. So.
And so, I tell you what, we might actually make that one available online. I might have that sent over to Dandridge because we've got it up on the website. That's the only one that we've got, so we might actually make that one available.
I can see
online.
why it's the only one we got with all the work that go into. They're probably not mass producing those.
No. So next up, and this one was kind of the surprise of the day, and I saw this. This is a newer one. Now we've had this model, but maybe not this colorway in stock. But I looked at this one and I wanted to feature this simply for what it is. So this is the MICROTECH DIRAC Delta Double Edge. We've got a few different versions of the DIRAC, but when you first got here today, I had you look at that one because we were talking about price on a few different OTFs. And I said, how much do you think that one is? Because of its size. That's probably going to be the closest you can get to like a combat Troodon size without getting that big. And the price is very surprising on that one.
Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be around $550 for the size. I mean, it's a full size.
It's a big boy. It's a big boy.
Yeah.
And that one's coming in at $386.10. So a really great deal. M390 on the blade steel, black coated blade, black anodized aluminum handles,
special flat side button.
Yeah, and I mean, some people don't like that, but I don't know.
I think it's an extra.
I like the feel of it.
Yeah.
Like, it feels a little easier and nicer on the thumb.
Yeah, I agree. it's got a lot better ramp for your thumb.
Yeah.
So it's an awesome knife. MICROTECH makes great stuff. We both got MICROTECHs. They're great knives. Great way to get into the OTF world or any kind of automatic.
Absolutely. And now we've got several exclusives on the table today.
Funny thing about these exclusives is we were talking about me guessing the price wrong. You got the price way wrong.
So that was what the original price was going to be on these.
Yeah.
And we did some back and forth and decided we wanted to mark these down and give everybody a really great deal on these knives. And so we talked about these on our knife show that we had out at the lake on our camping trip.
We showed both models, the YARU and the SURU.
Now this is the YARU, the bigger version right here. These will be, as of the filming of this, these will be out in just a couple of days on Friday.
I have a feeling, because they're going to see this video a few days after the release of this knife.
Yep.
This knife might be gone at the price that we're selling it for.
Yeah, because this is insane. So let's look at the details of this. We've got fat carbon on the handles. We've got Van Axe super clean blade steel, black PVD coated, and it's a frame lock. All right, Jesper Voxnay's design. Got the nice finger choil up front. Got the ceramic ball on the pocket clip right there, and the color matched rear spacer that's anodized as well. And these are coming in at $169.99. That's insane.
Compared to what we were thinking about, $250?
They were originally going to be $250. They were originally going to be $250. We are going to try to blow through these.
This is as good as a sale as the Buck 110 sale that we had.
Yeah.
And you know, it's not listed as a sale, but
right.
Just letting you know, this is a $250 valued knife that you're going to get for how much again?
$169.99.
$169.99.
That's insane. And we've got them in the White Storm.
You're saving $80 right off the bat.
Yeah, it's insane. We've got them in the Toxic Storm, which I love. I absolutely love that one.
I might pick that one up
and
at the
then
price that
we've got it in the Purple Haze as well. And they're both really nice. And
guys, I do hope you get a chance to get these. I don't want to like get you too excited because I feel like these might be gone. But if you get on the website and you see that it's still available when you're watching this,
you need to take a look, because I mean, for something with Van Axe, something that's frame lock, fat carbon, color match backspacer, and black PVD coated on the blade steel from Fox Knives, that's a phenomenal deal.
We want to be true to you. We don't want to just come on here and say every knife on our show is a great deal, you need to get one, because we want you to trust us. Trust me when I say you don't want to miss this deal. I'm not going to say that really about any other knife today. That is the deal of the day.
Absolutely. So another one that's brand new, and a lot of people have been talking about it, is the BenchMade OM. And this one is actually...
Does that do something with like electricity?
No.
No?
That would be OHM. So OM is actually the initials of somebody that
is right. I remember
to work
the story.
for BenchMade.
Yeah, that's right.
And so this was kind of an homage to him. And Charlie told us the story at Blade Show. I don't want to get any of the details wrong, so I don't want to go any further, but it is an homage.
You can watch
to
that
someone.
video.
Yeah.
So.
It is an homage to someone that used to work for BenchMade, and this was his favorite model right there. So they brought it back, and a really cool little knife, S30V on the blade steel, and coming in at $324. That's a cool little deal right there. You got the black coat.
Very fidgety.
Super
fidgety. This is not a... I don't want to say this in an insulting way, because it's not, but this is not a BenchMade typical knife.
No, it's got a different feel to it. This one, it's got a very different feel to it. And super lightweight, very pocketable. Really dig that, and I like the deep carry pocket clip, especially for an out the front auto. That's not easily found, so I like that.
Really cool. They don't weigh anything at all, and it's a great size that is good to just keep on you for. That is the perfect PDC every single day.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And before we get into this one, I want to go ahead and do that one there. So this is another one that's not necessarily new, but it's a restock. We got the Kershaw live wires back in, and this one is not in 20 CV as they originally were. The new one is now in MagnaCut.
Because of course it is.
because of course it is. Yeah, I mean, you saw our interview with Laren Thomas, the inventor, the originator of MagnaCut. What? Yeah, we actually had audio on that one. You know, stuff happens. But I mean, this is one of the easiest actuated out the front autos that I've ever felt.
Oh yeah, very easy.
I mean, it just feels really good. It's got a great weight to it. It's not too light, not too heavy, and I mean, it just.
I'll say this,
really
and
well.
I don't mean this in a rude way. There's a lot of people out there who have weak hands, shaky hands. I have shaky hands. If you have a problem with opening this knife, you just don't have a thumb. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with you. This thing is the easiest OTF I've ever
You
opened.
are a thumputee, is what he's saying. So no, that.
I'm pretty sure you could try open that with your pointer finger. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no reason you can't open this knife. It is the easiest OTF I've ever played with.
Super simple. And, you know, the story that Jim told us was that the lady that works the front desk at Kershaw at the offices has arthritis and has a really hard time with OTFs, and they made sure that she was actually able to actuate this very easily. So that's a really cool one right there, and that one's coming in at $228.95. So
that is a really good deal.
And last but certainly not least is going to be our other exclusives on this show. And they're finally in. We're really excited about these. We've been waiting on these for several months now. And every time we get a REATE exclusive, a REATE exclusive, I know the Nazis out there are gonna, but you know what? I've talked to the people at the company and they never corrected me. So you keyboard warriors can keep on correcting me if you want to, if it makes you feel better in your mom's basement.
So we got a lot of these.
And we've got a lot of different colorways. So this is the REATE EXO-M. This is the shorter, truncated version. And this is in the LMAX blade steel. These are the ones that have the locks built in on the handles. So a lot of people were concerned with the older EXOs that they didn't have a safety built in. They were afraid that they would maybe accidentally actuate one or the other and it would come out or it would fall back in.
And it locks closed too.
This locks with the blade out and with the blade in as well. And it's very secure. And a lot of people wanted a pocket clip. So these also have a pocket clip on them as well. And I really dig it. You know what? I've got 3 EXOs so far of the original version. I don't have any of the M's yet. And now that we've got these exclusives in, I'm gonna have to add one of these to my collection. I don't know which one specifically yet. I typically go for the double edge because that's what I prefer. But I also really dig that green too.
That green is awesome.
That green is really slick. The purple's sexy as well. I love the purple. And I think this is called Fire Frost. Like that's a really good looking color right there too.
Yeah, well, that was the first time I'd seen white mixed in with the green.
Yeah.
On Fat Carbon.
And we got the Nebula as well, and we've got the Frost, which I think that's the one I'm going to go with because I like the double edge. This is going to be a tough choice. It really is. And me trying to figure this out is not going to be nice. These things are super sharp right out of the box. And just like all EXOs, they are serialized. So they're going to come with the serial number. They're going to come in the box and all that. And they're going to come just as you see them here. Now, I will say, the only 2 that are double edged are going to be the Purple Haze and the Frost. The other 3, the Fire Frost, the Nebula, and the Pines Peak are all going to be Tonto. And those are coming in at $285.99. And I dig them. I
think I might have to get that Pines Peak.
I like the size of these. I do.
But since you're getting one, you know, me and TC have this thing. TC buys expensive knives, I play with them. And then I don't have to buy them.
I don't like what you're doing to me right now. So yeah, and really, I mean, we really like and appreciate the designer of these, Jerry from REATE. He does a great job. Also made the XOK. We had those in last week, and we sold out of them like that, and hoping for a restock on those. But yeah, so that's going to be it for all of our new knives this week. Oh, but we got one more new not a knife.
New not a knife.
So we did.
I was so used to knife reviews that, like, when I was trying to do the flashlight video, there's thing I kept saying, this knife here is, and then Tyler was telling me, like, you just said knife again. I was like, ah, damn it.
So we've been carrying NEBO now for a little while, and we just did some extensive testing on our camping trip. We're probably going to do a little bit more testing to show you guys, I guess, a little bit more of the parameters that these lights fall under. But this one is their new ILLUMATRACE blood tracker, and with hunting season coming up, this is going to be something. Excuse me.
Get it out.
Ooh.
Ooh, let them demons out.
This is going to be something that is going to come in really handy, especially for those of you that are like me and like to hunt right at dusk. That's going to be a great time. But, you know, when you go to track down your game after you've made that shot, you need something to maybe help you see, because light's getting low, sun's setting a little quicker than you expected. So they've got this new ILLUMATRACE blood tracker, and it's got several different settings, and this is a phenomenal deal for a blood tracker for out in the wilderness. And so it's got white light, and it's got the blood tracker light with strobe rates of S1, S2, and S3 at 150 lumens, and the white light is at 170 lumens. Runtime on this is 3 hours for the strobe for actually blood tracking, and 2 hours and 30 minutes for the solid white light, which is, I mean, that's a great runtime right there. That's a fantastic runtime. And now I will say, if you've got a sensitivity to light or something like that, you want to be careful with this, because it can cause issues. But it is also rechargeable, USB-C rechargeable, and it comes in this really cool red color, because I guess it's a blood tracker. So and coming in at $49.99. That's a great deal. So I like that a lot.
Yeah, that could come in handy with hunting seasons coming up.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be using that quite a bit. That assuming that I actually see and hit something. We'll see.
All right, well, the last part of the show, what are you carrying?
Oh, no.
One knife.
I don't get to show both of them?
All right, well,
I'm showing two, because they're kind of cool. So I got my OCASO Solstice that Isaac's really upset about. Rick actually sent me this, and I was very honored, and really love this knife. I love the harpoon blade, titanium scales, S35VN on the blade steel. This one comes in right around 206, and I love this one.
You plan on sending another one? I
Lot.
like OCASO knives too.
I do. And
so does Craig.
So really dig that. But I also have to show one that I bought and forgot that I bought, because I pre-ordered this a long time ago.
Still hate you.
I pre-ordered this back in November, and I forgot that it was a thing. And so I'm a big fan. All of us have been big fans of Brian Winter's Winter Blade Co. for a long time, and is a phenomenal knife designer. And I got the Mirage right there, and that's actually one of my new favorites. I really dig that one. I've actually been carrying both of these knives the last couple of days and loving both of them. And so they've been a lot of fun, and I really dig them. I dig them.
Yeah, I see you got the matching titanium knives. That's cool.
Yep.
Me, I've got the CIVIVI Thug. Which
nice. That is so you, though.
A play off of the Wee Thug, and then they have the Wee Thug 2. So this is...
That knife is very you.
Yeah, I like wood handles. If you know me, I collect a lot of wood handles. And
got a CIVIVI bead on it too, though.
Yeah, CIVIVI bead. It's a cool knife. I like it. Got a good click to it.
Mm-hmm.
Very fidgety.
Very satisfying.
Open it multiple ways. Yeah, that's what I got. And I think Greg's got a really good EDC today.
That he's already broken.
Yes!
That is some 3D magic right there. And it's loud.
All right, so what are you carrying, Dylan?
A knife.
He's
Same old.
Which one?
-5.
Huh?
-5.
Oh, yeah. Take a look at that right there. Yeah, baby.
Oh yeah, that was a good Blade Show special right there, wasn't it? Yeah.
Heck yeah, you can't beat those factory seconds from Spyderco.
No,
Those are great
they're not
deals.
really seconds at all.
No, they're legit knives.
Yeah.
So that's it for this knife show. We've got a lot more really cool content coming up. Again, stay tuned for our podcast that we're going to be covering a lot of different issues and a lot of different things around and surrounding the knife industry and surrounding our experience in the knife business. And we've also got some cool interviews coming up and some really cool adventures and events coming up here at the store very soon, including National Knife Day and Case President's Day for us. Jeep Invasion as well. We're going to be giving out thousands of ducks. So
Yes.
come to Pigeon Forge and get ducked by SMKW.
That's right.
So,
Well, all right. Thanks, guys.
as always, TC, Smoky Mountain Knife Works, along with Isaac, Greg, and Dylon. Remember, if it cuts, we carry it.